What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Sunday, January 25th, 2026. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest that's on with me today who is a fellow writer. She's a writer in animation and TV, but she's also a book writer and also a musical lyricist. And just recently learned that she is actually going for her PhD, getting a doctor in philosophy, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or am I? Or no, not philosophy. What is it?
In the mechanics of comedy and musical theater performance.
Absolutely. So, in the mechanics of comedy and musical theater performance, without any further ado, let me introduce you guys to the lovely Estee Stimler. And we're going to talk to her about her why of getting into media, also getting into writing, but we're also going to ask her some get to know you questions. So, Estee, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Chris.
Thank you so much for being on here. Again, you look absolutely lovely today. Love the bangs. I can't have bangs, as you can see. It's very tough for me to grow. It's very tough for me to grow this. That's for sure. But that's okay. You look lovely with it. The
Thank you.
first question that I have with all of my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast is the same. And that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models or any inspirations maybe growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for getting into writing and wanting to get into media?
Well, writing started at age dot. As soon as I held a pen, I was writing.
Mm,
So, and as far as like my inspiration for writing, well, my uncle, because you're into sports, so my uncle founded the New York City Marathon, Fred Lebo, and he used to come to us like Friday night dinners, and he would literally listen. And I was a kid. What kid? I mean, okay, there are some kids that really write interesting things, but he
sure.
always had patience for me, and he always listened to everything I wrote, and he encouraged me. And I also learned from him that you can do anything you set your mind to. And so I've always been writing. I was a speech writer for over 20 years.
Mhm.
And my uncle passed away, and they put the statue of him in Central Park.
Wow.
Uh, they invited me to speak, and out of all the speakers, they chose my speech to go on the plaque that went to then President Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
As a result, also, everyone who was there took my card, and I was writing speeches for everybody.
Wow.
And
Uh,
yeah, and then it came to a point where I just wanted to tell my own stories. I had so many things. So I took another undergrad in my first one was in marketing in the 80s. I
Okay.
took a undergrad in literature, and then after that I took a master's in writing musical theater at Goldsmiths University here in London, and that's where I'm doing my PhD.
I love that. I do. I love your uncle gave you the inspiration to, kind of start your writing process and be able to.
Anything, he was, I mean, it's such an he is such an inspiration to me on so many levels,
Mhm.
because he came, he came over, my family, our Holocaust survivors came over with the
Wow.
Kinder's transport. He didn't see his family for like 10 to 13 years.
Mhm.
And still he managed to hardly spoke English, and he just carved out a niche. And what I love about the marathon itself is that it's not something you don't compete with your fellow runner, you compete with yourself.
Right. Absolutely.
And that
Absolutely.
is just such a wonderful takeaway from that.
If you don't mind me asking, because I definitely would love. I've never been to Central Park. I'm actually in upstate New York. I've been to the city, but I just have not been to Central Park yet. What is your uncle's name? I would love to see that statue.
My uncle's name was Fred Lebo,
Okay.
and that's short for Leibowitz. He shortened it when he came over. And his statue is East 89th is actually Fred Lebo Place.
Oh,
So
okay.
his statue is in between East 89th, which is the Guggenheim, and the Neue Gallery, I think, is on the other street, and it's in Central Park. And every year at the marathon, they literally schlep that statue to the finish line at Tavern on the Green.
Okay. I appreciate that, Esty.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, let me ask you, which one of the five boroughs was you born in? I know you're born in New York. Which one of the five boroughs do you like claim?
I was born in a hospital, I think in Midtown.
Midtown. Okay, got you. That's what's up. I like that. I like that. Now, you transitioned from obviously U.S. to London, and that's where you're getting your master's and your PhD. Sorry, but I want to know from the earlier days of undergrad, where you went to school, was that always your first choice, or did you have a plethora of choices that you were trying to decide?
That's a really good question. So, I mean, anybody who's in theater sort of probably, my guess is, will give you a similar answer in that it's, you don't choose it, it chooses you.
Okay.
Because like when I was a kid, my mother used to love to go uh, to matinees and to on Broadway matinees, and she didn't
Mhm.
want to go alone. So she would take, this sounds terrible, but it's actually hilarious. She used to take a ladle, bang it on my head, and ask me if
Wow.
it hurt. I would say, yes, it hurts, Ma. And she would
Right.
say, and then she'd write on the note, Esty has a headache and was none, she didn't want to lie. She didn't have to
That
do
is
it with
that is very
gusto.
interesting, SD. That's interesting.
She didn't have to do it with such gusto, but I understood, she
Right.
didn't want to lie. So she said I had a headache and she would take me, and nobody noticed that I was absent most Wednesdays. And we would go to see Broadway shows. Till today, if I see a ladle, I think it's showtime.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. I'm a huge musical theater buff. I did a couple musicals in high school. Les Miserables was one of them.
Amazing.
Which
Which
is
part did
amazing, right? Um, I played four different parts. So the
you
first
were?
part
Yeah.
was the prisoner, the prison scene, which is the opening scene, the look down,
Yeah.
right? The next part was the Drink with Me solo. If you remember that, the Drink with Me
Yeah.
solo, I had that one.
Fantastic.
And then I got killed on the ship. That was the next part. So yeah, pretty much when they come out and say, "Do you hear the people sing?" That's when,
You know the
right?
best parts. Yeah.
So, Les Miserables was one of them. I also did a High School Musical as well, which obviously that's more modern. And I like that one too. I'm a huge musical buff though, so give me a top five of musical plays that you like.
Oh my God. Ooh, it's like choosing your children.
I
Um,
know it.
so Little Shop of Horrors, right up there. It's still on
Hmm.
off Broadway. And this iteration, Michael Meyer, he did like the most amazing job directing it.
Hmm.
So I would definitely recommend that.
Okay.
Uh, Hairspray,
Yes.
love Hairspray, like just love it.
Hmm.
Uh, then Mr. Saturday Night, which was on for
Okay.
such a short time with Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
And the lyrics are by Amanda Green, and the music is by Jason Robert Brown, and it's just love it.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
which other ones? I mean, there's so many. Oh my God, there's so many, and I'm just like blanking out.
I know it. I put you on the spot. Give me two more.
Yeah,
Two more.
uh, two more. So I'm just scanning the hard drive. Um, just thinking, which other ones?
Maybe Phantom of the Opera, Rent, Mamma Mia, West Side Story, Annie, um,
Love Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd is pretty good.
Love
Yeah,
Sweeney Todd. I'm just thinking of like, oh, this is my favorite. Oh my God. Oh my God. Fame Becomes Me. Have you ever heard of it?
I have heard of it. I have not seen it, but I
It's
have heard of it. Yes.
Martin Short's one man show, except it has a cast.
Wow.
It is
Okay.
so funny. And I listen to that on repeat on Spotify. I just love it.
I would say you named two of my favorites. My favorite is Hairspray. There is no to me there's no better musical than Hairspray out
Right.
there.
Yeah.
The Good Morning Baltimore, the opening on that, I love that, but I also love You Can't Stop the Beat at the very end. I
Oh,
love
it's
that. I love Without Love. I mean, I can go on and on. I could probably bore
yeah,
you to
you
death with
really
me
do
talking about
know
that.
it. I love it.
Absolutely. That's one of my favorites. Hairspray, I would say Rent is another one of mine that's very
I love
good.
Rent also, but I wouldn't put it in my top five.
Got you. Wicked is definitely something that
Wait,
I absolutely
uh,
love.
I think I've seen that now maybe 8 or 9 times.
Yes, absolutely. Obviously, Popular is one of my favorite songs. No question. For those, I mean, for those of you that don't know that, you should definitely YouTube it because Popular is a very good
Oh,
song. But they have very good songs
well,
all
I'm sure
throughout.
everyone knows
With
it
it.
because the movie's out now. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. 4 and 5. I would definitely say Annie is probably
oh,
up there for me.
yeah.
Yeah, like Annie, for sure. And then Hamilton. Lin Manuel did a hell of a
Oh,
job
what a
writing that.
genius! What a genius! Yeah,
Yeah, no doubt. So those are my pretty much
yeah.
top five when it comes to musicals as well. I
Even
love that.
though I saw Chess because I was in New York a few weeks ago,
Mhm.
and I just saw Chess, and I thought it was. I loved it. I really did. So,
Absolutely. I That's one of my bucket list things, and I do have a bucket list question for you later on in the conversation. But I have a bucket list things of seeing a play on Broadway. I would love to see that because I'm a huge just play and theater person. If it wasn't sports, it probably would be theater. To be honest with you, those are my two passions, for
well, then,
sure.
did you see? Oh, Mary is a play, but it's not a. But it is so funny. I thought my soul was going to fly out of my body. It was so funny.
Mm. Okay, okay.
Oh,
Well, look, you got to give me some recs on what to see. Because
ah,
when I do come to New York, and also I do plan on coming to London too. There's a football game that I'm going to be covering later in the year. That's at Wembley Stadium, which you're
you
probably
mean
familiar
football
with.
and soccer? You mean like
No, no, no.
football?
It's an actual college
You mean
football game.
American football?
Yeah, college football game. It's called the Jack Union Classic. That's going to be there at Wembley Stadium, where it's two collegiate football teams that's going to be coming there to play for sure. So
Oh,
yeah.
let me know when you're coming. And yeah,
Absolutely, girl. We got to get something to eat. You got to show me around. Just do something.
absolutely.
I would love that. I want to ask you some favorite questions. And you just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. Okay, so here we go. Favorite meal, Esty, that you like to cook?
Well, I used to love to cook, and then it was sort of, when my kids got older, it was like been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Now it's
Hmm.
like, yeah, now it's delivery. So what?
I got you. Okay, so if I'm saying, Esty, we're gonna eat some food. What are you delivering? What's your favorite food that you like to have delivered to the house, like Uber Eats or
Okay,
DoorDash?
fair enough. Yeah, no, I like a good steak,
Ooh, okay,
sweet
okay,
potato fries, yeah,
okay.
salad.
Now,
Nice.
how you like to have your steak done?
Um, I like it medium. I don't like it too rare. I
I
like
got
it
you. I got
medium, but I don't like it well done either.
no,
So it's like
no.
very precarious.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. I totally like your medium as well. I'm a huge steak person. I don't need the porterhouse. That's a little too damn big for me. But I definitely would like to have something like a sirloin or something like a ribeye. That's pretty good. So I like that. Okay, that's what's up. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
Okay, so I'm not really big into concerts because I like to have the narrative really with it. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to
Okay.
go, it's going to be at a show. But my husband does like concerts, so he does take me with him. And I mean, he took me to see Take That. He has a very eclectic taste, and he took me to see Take That. But it was like Cirque du Soleil. It was unbelievable. The production values were incredible.
Okay.
Couldn't believe
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I have never heard of that. Take that is what you said though, right?
It's a British boy band. It's a British boy band. He is
Mm.
interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
British boy band from the 90s, I think.
Oh,
I think
okay.
from the
Okay.
90s. And they're still like going around. The
Yeah,
truth is,
absolutely.
I also saw a Monkeys reunion band before when everyone was still alive.
Got you. Got you. One of my favorite concerts, because I got like tastes all over the place too. Obviously, all the way from oldies to hip hop, R&B, but the rock too. One of my favorite concerts though was Metallica. Seeing them live. I'm a huge Metallica fan. I love their
Oh,
music. Enter the Sandman is one of my favorite albums.
yeah. I mean, my younger days, Adamant, but we're talking many moons.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, whatever you're doing, SD, keep doing it, because girl, you don't look a day older than 35. So I love
Oh
that.
my
Okay.
goodness, I love it. Thank you.
Yes, yes, please keep doing it. All right, I love that. Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Oh, my happy place is Hong Kong. I
Okay.
love Hong Kong. For me, it's like New York on crack cocaine. It's just every single, you could have land the size of a postage stamp and they will
Mhm.
build a high rise and you come back again and there's another one right next to it. It's mind blowing. I love it. Love the people, love the energy.
Okay. Again, I'm gonna have to get some Rex for you because that's on my bucket list of places to go. I'm a huge
Yeah,
traveler. I just got my passport too, so I'm looking forward to like traveling all around for sure.
I'll travel.
Absolutely. I love that. I'm a sports person, so you know I gotta ask a sports question. It's a two-parter, okay? So favorite sport you like to watch on TV, favorite sport you like to attend in person. They could be the same sport.
Okay, this is a good question. So, when I was younger, I used to like to watch ice hockey because I used to like to see the blood splatter. They were so in my days they were like quite violent, and
Hmm.
so I did quite like that. I also have a thing for sumo wrestling because it takes because they have to have like their balance. I think it's like really cool.
Hmm.
I can the only sport I can really sit through is baseball because I understand it. So my husband took me to football, which in England is soccer.
Soccer.
He took me
Yeah.
to and apparently I cheered for the wrong team, and that was it. That was it. I lost all my football profile. I lost them all.
Well, SD, listen. Well, now you got a new friend here who is definitely in sports, so I can help you out with getting, differentiate a little bit. Basketball is great. Americano football is great. Your husband got the soccer down. You guys soccer
He's
over there, that's good.
It's like a religion here, Chris. It's a religion.
Right, right. Soccer's big time over there in the UK, and it should
And
be. It should be.
oh, the first question, they don't even know what you want to know what you do. They want to know which team you support. And they
Wow.
get very upset about my answer because
I
my
totally.
answer is always the winning one.
Well, see, that's the perfect answer though. Is it not the perfect answer? So yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
my husband's team, I don't know how good they're doing. They don't sound
Right,
so.
right, right. You can't say I support my husband if your husband like the team is losing all the time. It's like,
Yeah,
oh
oh,
man.
exactly.
Right. I feel you. But you are definitely the first guest I've had on here that said sumo wrestling. No question about that. I love it. I love that so much. Um, that is
It,
amazing.
it's really interesting.
Absolutely. No, no, no question about it. Last of the favorites. I'm a huge foodie. I love different foods. Steak is one of them, as we talked about in the previous answer. But I love going out to different restaurants and trying different things. When I do get to London, what is your favorite place that you like to eat out at?
Oh, my favorite place is in Marylebone, and the Tony Page restaurant. I love it there.
Okay, so what kind of food do they normally say? Is it like Americanized food, or is it like seafood? Is it what kind of food do they
They
specialize
have a
in?
little bit of everything, you know.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, is it far from like London?
Not at all. It's like no, it's maybe 15 minutes by car from central London.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Now, when you pull up to that restaurant, SD, and you look at that menu, what is your favorite thing to order off of that?
Oh yes. Okay. So my favorites I usually order is I like the salmon tartare. Love
Oh,
that.
okay.
And then for main course, I love their lamb chops. Love their lamb chops.
Okay. Okay. See, girl, you got some good taste. You got some damn good taste.
And I have to have dessert. Must have dessert.
What's dessert?
It's always the hot chocolate cake, and it's hot chocolate cake with like vanilla ice cream on the side, and they put some berries next to it. I love it.
I love that. I love that, SD, so much. That's amazing. Thank you for that. I will keep that in the back of my mind when I do come out there for sure.
I'll
I have to
take.
call. Please, please do, because that sounds amazing. It really does. I want to get into your day to day operations. as a journalist here, I'm freelance, so I get to call around, I get to kind of cover what I want to cover. But I've been in publications and networks where I've had assignments every single day. No assignment is ever the same, right? You're always going to do different things. You're always talking to different people, and that's what makes the job fun for me. Is that because you get a chance to meet somebody that may impact your life in a positive way, but you also may get to do something that might impact your life differently, right? As a writer, of like I said, a lyricist, as somebody who's in media, what is your day to day process like? Like when you wake up and it's Monday through Friday business hours, how much writing are you doing? How much
If it was
projects
to
do you
me,
have going on?
yeah, if it was up to me, I would spend every minute writing.
Mhm.
It's because besides for the family obligations, this is what that's what I love to do. But I also have to, take meetings. I'm also dramaturging a
Hmm.
musical and a play at the moment. And I love writing my stories, but I can't be with one thing for too long. So let's say if I
Mm.
wake up, I'm working my PhD,
Mhm.
then for mental ginger, then I'll start, writing one of my plays or going back to one of my other things.
Right.
But I have to be very focused about what I'm doing each day so that make sure that things get done.
Now you said you was working on you said dramaturging, a
Yeah.
drama and a
So
play. What is that called?
there's a film in America. I think it was called Angel in the House. In England, it was called Foster with Tony Collette and Richard E. Grant.
Oh,
And the filmmaker, Jonathan Newman, he wrote the film and he turned that into a musical, but unbelievable. I'm so excited about it. So he brought me on board because it's a different genre and he's very clever because you have a lot of filmmakers who decide, everyone wants to write a musical, but you do need to adhere to it's not the same as a play, it's not the same as a screenplay, it's a different beast entirely.
mhm.
And he brought me on and I think it's in amazing shape and I'm hoping it'll be on this year.
Absolutely. Now,
Although, so when it yeah.
yeah, please do. Please do. I wanna ask this bonus question. It came up in my mind because you just mentioned it, right? You said there's a different process with writing a play, or a movie or a musical. Like, I want to know what is your process since you are the writer and doing that. Like, what is your process of writing a play? How long does it normally take? Do you get writer's block when you're writing plays? Like, what is the process for you actually to script out a musical and be able to, write it to the best of your abilities?
Well, a play for me, because you work on your own, I can churn out a play in a week. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
Yeah.
But that's only the first draft. I always go over and over and over. And then I also have my own dramaturg that I use because nobody should you need another set of eyes. That's why I love writing musicals because of the collaborative aspect of it. So, when I'm doing a musical and I'm working with because I do lyrics and book,
Mhm.
which is the script. So I'm working with the composer and the
Right.
composer has ideas. And then when you bring on a director, they have ideas, the actors have ideas. And I love it. It's like, it takes a village and
Right.
it's fantastic. And I'm also the lyricist on another film that's being turned into a musical. It's a short award winning film called The Five Wives and Lives of Melvin Pfefferberg. And it's
Wow.
about, it's so funny. It's about this guy who goes to a speed dating event
Hmm.
with a time, and every time he touches a woman's hand, he can see his future with her. But if I tell you that we are laughing so much, Damien Samuels is the writer, and the joy in the process, it's for me, that's everything. That's
I love
everything.
it. I love that. I love to hear that. So you say a week it takes you to do a play. What? But
If I'm left alone, if I'm
on the
left
first
alone,
draft, you say on the first
I'm
draft, it
left,
only takes you a week. But
yeah.
collaboratively, when you have all those ideas from the director, the actors, and everybody that's involved, like you said, it takes a village. How long does it normally get to the point where, okay, you know what, this play is ready for us to start rehearsing and start getting it out there
Well,
to different
first we have to
productions and
work.
everything?
First we start with table reads. I
Okay.
need a few table reads to hear how things, because things can be funny in my head and
Hmm.
then not work when I hear it spoken.
Right.
Um, and also it's, you know, you want to get good actors for the table read, but the problem is if you get two good actors, then whatever you've written sounds like gold because they're so amazing. So
Right.
you, so the
Right.
first table read, I usually try to get like rope in like members of my family who are really bad, and this way I can sort of hear the bare bones of it and
Hmm.
then take it to, you know, further. So there's a few table reads, then you get the producers on board, and then you do a workshop and you could really hear it on its feet, and then you do several workshops until it's ready.
Yeah, I'm fascinated, Esty. I really am. I'm fascinated by you. I'm fascinated by everybody that is involved in just playwriting and screenwriting and stuff like that because I love plays. I love musicals. And I would not know that this kind of process happens like that. I mean, different people do different things with their processes of how they want to write their plays, but at the same time, it seems like it's just so technical with how everything needs to be on point. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got that
You get
many people.
a lot of
Go ahead.
feedback. Sometimes I'll see a show and I'm like, there's no dramaturg, which already I flag, I can't take it. And
Mhm.
then, and also like, because the producers, God bless them, are they're in it for the business, right? They want to see, is it commercial? Can it sell?
Right.
But the creatives, if they don't come from a background where they've worked on their craft, like, because I've also done the book music lyrics workshop for 2 years here in London, which in New York, I think they call it the Lehman Engel workshop. It's
Okay.
all these things. You're honing your craft, doing the master's and the PhD. I'm honing the craft. But if someone doesn't do that, then you end up with stuff on stage that people have spent a fortune for that isn't ready because nobody's been able to tell them where it's lacking or the writers didn't take the notes. And that's a problem.
That is a problem, absolutely, because that's money wasted, and nobody
It,
likes to waste their money.
it's
No question about
money
that.
waste. Yeah, 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 yeah. Really.
Just real quick for clarification before I move on to the next question. Explain to people that might not know what a dramaturg is.
Oh, a dramaturg is somebody who comes on board and they literally and figuratively figured out all the plot holes and what's missing, and they don't tell you what to do. They tell you the issue. They may offer a suggestion, but not always, but at least you're aware of what needs to be worked on. So they are not a co-author. They are just somebody who's pointing out the flaws. It's most likely, let's say if I'm dramaturging something, I always preface it by saying my job is to point out something that a critic will say along the line. And most of the time people find it like I can't do it for my own work
Right.
because, you know, it's like forest and trees. You need fresh eyes.
Right, right. Yeah, and no unbiased, right? Because when you write your own work, you're thinking that your work is good, but you definitely, not to say that your work is good, but you're writing it. So you want to hear it
Yeah,
from different people's
you need,
perspectives.
yeah, and even if you're able to do it for other people, you need someone else to do it for you.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Now, next question I want to ask you is about mental health and work-life balance. Obviously, being a journalist in media, I understand writing. Writing is every day of the year. It's 365, 366 on a leap year. There's no holidays. There's pretty much no breaks in journalism, right? And sometimes it can be very hard because you're spending time away from loved ones. You're missing out on events, especially with journalism. You're traveling as well, as I do sometimes as well. And journalists step away from this industry because of that. But they also step away because of work life balance. That work life balance looks different to everybody, balance is different. But they step away for that too because it's just hard to be able to work all the time. You get burnt out, you get overwhelmed. I want to ask you, Esty, how do you keep your mental health strong? You know, being a mom, being a wife, but also being in your career as well, but also still have that work life balance because you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I certainly wouldn't mind hanging out with you. I think anybody would say that about you, but you also seem very dedicated to your craft as well. So, how do you balance that without feeling overwhelmed?
Well, I mean, you have your family I have my family obligations, so I have to, do that. And then my idea of a vacation is writing. So this is what my ideal vacation would look like. I
Okay.
go somewhere in England in a log cabin surrounded by barbed wire. Okay. It's raining the entire time, so I don't feel bad about not being outside. And
Right.
then have drones that bring me food. And that's hashtag goals. Okay. That for
Okay.
me, oh, I would love that. Because if I'm not writing, I'm creatively constipated, for lack of a better term.
Well, that's okay. That's all right. We'll rock with that. I love that. I'm such a visionary. So when you say barbed wire around the house, and when you say drones bringing you food, I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay, mind blown. That's amazing. So do you ever get in any kind of instance when you are writing that maybe you have writer's block, or maybe it might be, or maybe how do you deal with tough days? Tough days in the industry, tough days at home.
Yeah.
What's some of the things that you go to and deal and how you deal with that?
Well, in terms of writer's block, I have so many things that I'm doing at once
Hmm.
that if something gets too much, I set it to the side, let it
Okay.
marinate a bit, let it marinate, and then and then do something else. And you
Hmm.
know that I forgot what the Artist's Way, the book, Artist's Way. I
I do
forgot what
know the
the
book.
but she talks about how creativity comes to the world. And I really believe that in Jewish teachings also actually talk about that, Kabbalistic teachings, that the universe gives you an idea and you have to honor it. And if you don't honor it by writing it down or doing something with it, then it goes to someone else.
Right.
And so I try to honor all of the ideas that come to me, and leave myself open as a conduit. So I'm doing many different things, and I move on to the next, and it frees me up. Then while I'm doing something, I think, oh, that's how I solve that problem, and go back there.
Hmm. Got you. So it allows you never to be like either complacent or stagnant with ideas in your mind, and let that
Correct.
writer block
Yeah.
creep.
Yeah.
Okay. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally
It's
understand
it's
that.
like almost like free writing, except it's
Right.
more focused.
I love that. Now, the next question is a great segue, right? Because now I want to ask you about advice. There's a lot of people out here that definitely want to get into the media and kind of TV and screenwriting and playwriting and do some of the things, some of the things that you are doing right now in your career. What is some advice that you would give those individuals that would like to do the same thing that you're doing?
I would definitely say hone your craft. Hone your craft. Work on the craft. There's no easy way. Someone recently, a young creative, came to me and showed me lyrics they did, and I felt really bad. I said, "These were written by AI," and he said, "Well, yeah." But the AI said they're really good. I said the AI would say that they're really good. The problem is the lyrics were not character specific. They didn't push the plot forward. There were so many, the rhyming is just perfunctory at best. It wasn't like craftsmanship, like Sondheim, ooh, and or
Mm,
Lin well, like really good rhyming. Um,
right.
and I'm like, if you want to do this, you really have to work at it. There's no easy way. You just have to keep learning. Nobody wants to write to a formula, but when something doesn't work, you go back to the formula and figure out why it didn't work. But
Right.
you need to understand it and learn it a little bit. And that's what I would tell everybody to do. Do workshops, take courses, read books, do all of that.
I love it. I do. That's great. Great
And go
advice.
to
Great.
shows. Oh my God, I forgot the most important thing, Chris. You have to go to shows. You want to write, if someone wants to write, be a novelist, they have to read books. You want to work you want to write musicals or plays, you have to go all the time. You have to read scripts.
Let me ask you this, because now this is a bonus question. How pivotal in that particular industry? 'Cause I know in my industry of journalism and sports, networking is essential, especially to
Oh,
get occupations and stuff like that. How essential is it to network and be able to, like you say, go to shows, talk to other playwrights, sit down, have conversations with them? How essential do you think that is in the industry that you're in?
It is so essential on so many levels. And the
Okay.
first is even just to facilitate your creativity, to surround yourself with successful creative people is amazing. It just fosters so much creativity. When I go, every year I go to the Edinburgh Fringe, and there's like 3,000 shows up there, and you're surrounded by all this creativity, and it just feeds your soul. It's amazing. But also meeting people, like I know a lyricist, he's in his 70s, and he said to me, and he's excellent, like excellent. He said, um, I've never had anything on the West End. I said, but you never leave your apartment. Like, it's like, it's, what is it? It's like the better mousetrap fallacy from, oh, please put me out of my misery. Who said it? Ralph Waldo Emerson, the famous economist, said
Hmm.
there was a if you build a better mousetrap, the world will beat a path to your door.
Oh,
But that fallacy, because if the world don't know about your mousetrap, the world is not coming to get it.
right.
So that marketing comes in, and networking is marketing, is putting yourself out there, meeting producers, getting them interested in your work, or
Mhm.
just even like for me, it's even more important is creating amazing relationships with creative people and learning from their success.
I love that. I appreciate that, Estee. I do. And that you gave great answers all conversation along so far. And listen, we have reached the portion of the podcast now that we're going to play my interactive game, which is called This or That. It's a game
Okay.
I like to play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. And Estee, it is very simple. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, are you ready?
Oh, okay. I think I am.
All right, here we go. All right. So, out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather eat at? If you had to sit down and eat at it, would you rather go to McDonald's or Burger King?
Well, I do neither because I'm kosher.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Is pasta one? Do you eat pasta?
I do eat pasta, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I got a substitute for that. Which restaurant would you rather go to if it was a pasta meal? Would you rather go to the Cheesecake Factory or Olive Garden?
Probably Olive Garden.
I like that. I like that. Okay. These next six questions that I have for you on this or that have to do with music artists you rather listen to. Okay. So, what would you say is your favorite kind of genre of music? If you're listening to something and you're writing something, maybe music's in the background, like what are you dancing to? What are you knowing the lyrics to? Like singing in your car? What are you doing? What genre?
Probably like 70s music.
Okay,
You
okay.
know,
Listen, I like some oldies. I like some oldies. Is there some like some maybe R&B? Is it rock? Is it pop? What would you say?
oh, you know what? It's all across. I love really all genres. I can listen. I love classical music. It depends what I'm doing and what I need for the underscoring of what I'm doing.
Okay,
For
so
the
listen. Here's what we gonna do. I'm gonna throw some artists out there, and let's see if you rock with them or not. So, which music artists would you rather listen to? We first gonna go Motown. I know you know about Motown.
love
Okay, here we go. Would you rather listen to Marvin Gaye or Diana Ross?
Diana Ross.
I love it. I love it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're going to keep it going. Which music artist would you rather listen to? Would you rather listen to Rod Stewart or Elton John?
Oh, Elton John.
That one seems a little bit more difficult for you.
Well, only because like I was remembering Rod Stewart, and then I thought, no, Elton John.
Elton John? Okay, all right. I'm with you. Which music artist would you rather listen to? Would you rather listen to Bruce Springsteen, The Boss, or
Oh,
Bon Jovi?
Bon Jovi.
Okay. He's pretty good. He's really good. I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah, oh, it's good.
All these artists I'm mentioning, I
Yeah,
really
this
like.
is very difficult. Yeah.
hmm Okay, here we go. Which music artist would you rather listen to? Would you rather listen to Prince or Michael Jackson?
Prince.
Okay, okay, I like that. You went against the grain on that one. A lot of people have
I
picked
know, I
MJ.
know I did. I know I did. I just happened to be like in love with Prince. And now they're doing a musical called Purple Rain based on him. And I'm like so excited.
Where are they doing that at?
That's going to be on Broadway.
Okay,
They're just like they're like, it's like the preliminary stages now. Very excited.
I'm definitely gonna go have to check that out. There's no question. Okay, I'm with you. Which music artist would you rather listen to? Would you rather listen to Whitney Houston or Celine Dion?
Whitney Houston.
Mm. Okay, okay. You got some good music taste, girl. Here we go. The last one of the music. If the two artists are playing on the radio, which one would you rather listen to? Would you rather listen to Mariah Carey or Celine Dion?
Mariah Carey.
I love it. I love it. That's pretty good. We're gonna go back to sports for a couple of these. Which sport, if it was on the TV, Esty, would you rather watch? Basketball or American football?
Basketball.
Girl, you on point like a period. You got my heart already. I like that. All right, I'm a huge basketball's my favorite sport. That's my favorite sport to cover. So you already got me. I love that. Okay, if we're out and about, which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
Bowling.
Are you a good bowler?
No, but I try. I
Do
points for tenacity.
Do you need the bumpers?
No, I don't have the bumpers. I'd rather the ball go by itself into the lane.
Okay, that's good. That's very good. I always
But I
tell
keep
people,
trying. I'm like, this time I'll get it. This time.
and that's okay because you get an A for effort at least. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time on this podcast that people come on and ask that question. They say yes, they need the bumpers. I just say we just gonna put you in the kid lane. We'll just have to slide, and you can slide
One
the
day,
ball down.
I'm gonna get that strike.
Right, right.
One day,
One day. I love that though. I love the fact that you said no bumpers. Do you like desserts?
I would start the meal with desserts.
Okay, now here we go. I'm going to name four categories of desserts. You have to choose one of these to get rid of, hypothetically, to get rid of it and never eat again. Okay, so
Oh,
here we go. The
okay.
first category is grouped together. So it's pies slash cakes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is candy.
Okay.
The next one is cookies.
Mm-hmm.
The last one is ice cream. Which one are you getting rid of? Did you just say, oh my God?
I know. I think I think I would rather get rid of candy than cookies or cake and ice cream. I'd rather get rid of candy.
And
Yeah.
I would say you on point again, like a period. That's what I would say, because I would get rid of candy two out of those four. But let me ask you, what is your
Tri-
favorite
it's
ice cream?
triage. I have to see which is most important. Sorry?
No, you're good. No, you're good. I was gonna say, what is your favorite ice cream?
Okay, so I love mint chocolate chip. Love it.
Got you. So,
Yeah.
SD
Buttermilk,
as a
like, or a praline with yeah, that.
oh yeah, yeah. I've had that before. I've never had mint chocolate chip. Never.
Oh, I love it. I find it so refreshing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try it one of these days. I'm a huge cookies and cream person,
Oh, I love, yeah,
but
I do that also.
yeah, absolutely. Do you like potato chips? Are you a salty person?
Do you know what? There's just so many I can have of those before start to feel a little sick. Do you know what I
I,
mean?
I feel that. Now, I'm going to name four different brands. Now, I obviously still hear the New York in you because you definitely got that New York accent, which I absolutely love. No
Even
question.
though I feel so British, Chris. Yeah,
Right. Because it told me that you had been living in London for over like 30 years, if I'm not
37
mistaken.
years, nearly 40
Yeah,
years.
yeah. And I was like, okay, she still got the New York in her. I like that. That's what's up. I love that. I'm gonna name four brands of chips.
Okay.
You have to
Yeah.
choose one of these to get rid of. So here we go. First one is gonna be Ruffles.
Okay.
The second one is gonna be Doritos.
Hmm.
The third one is gonna be Pringles. The
Hmm.
last one is gonna be Lay's. Which one are you getting rid of?
Pringles. It makes me sick. I can't. Too many. I have three of them. I feel ill.
I feel that. Now, if we was to
I
walk
don't
into
even know if a potato has seen them. You know what I
a
mean? Like
no, no,
how
no,
close
I
is
don't
that?
think so. No, I don't think a potato has seen them. If we're walking into a store, Esty, and I say
Yeah.
go to the chip aisle and buy your favorite chip, what are you buying?
Sour cream and onion, probably Lay's.
Okay, girl. All right, all right. Listen, you are in my good graces. You killed this or that. There's no question. You killed it. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, I go ahead. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, that was it.
Oh, sorry. Yes, yes, yes. You were amazing. You were amazing. I was going to ask you this next question called bucket list. Okay, I mentioned it earlier in the podcast, and bucket list is basically speaking it into an existence. I want you to give me a top four of events or stories or things you would like to do in your professional career that you haven't done yet.
Okay, so my show is going to have a run off West End, which is like off Broadway. So that's like bucket list, but it's happening. So I'm very excited.
Okay.
Um, but bucket list is to get the same show off Broadway.
Mm,
So that's bucket list, but I can see it happening. We're manifesting it, and
absolutely.
and bucket list in terms of the truth is that although it's really wonderful to have your shows up, writing them is the biggest source of joy in my life. So I sort of feel like I'm jealous of myself a bit
Mm,
because I'm
mm.
doing what I want to be doing. Like I waited so long to just do what I want to be doing, which is yeah. So I love that.
Is there any like show or any kind of genre that you have not written for that you would like to write for? Maybe a bucket list thing.
So I mean, I'm pitching TV shows, musical animations, non-musical animations. That's all fun. But yeah, I'm really happy doing what I'm doing.
I love that. Now, I always wonder about this, especially about people that, write. What kind of I would say, is there any kind of inkling for you to ever be in front of maybe a stage or maybe be in something that you're writing?
So I was offered several times to do a one-woman show, and I have turned it down on every occasion. I have
Why?
zero, zero desire to stand in front of an audience. Zero. None.
Really?
None. I want other people to say what I write.
Wow. Okay. That definitely surprises me because I mean you're glowing right now. I think it would be amazing if people watch you up there 90 minutes talking about something. I think it would be amazing, but you have zero desire.
No desire to act at all. None.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you, if it wasn't playwriting or writing for media, what occupation would you have done or chosen to do?
I probably would have gone into law
Mm,
only because I love I love stories, and with law it's especially like litigation, it's figuring out, like it's like a Rubik's cube. You have to figure out the story and how to, I don't want to use this phrase, manipulate it to what you need to do. So that always interests me. I mean, my son just passed the bar in the States, so we're very proud.
congratulations to him.
Thank you. We went to Georgetown Law, and
So,
he's working in the city in New York, so very excited.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, listen, you going
Guys,
to let me know when you come back down to New York. We definitely going to link up there too.
for shizzles.
I love that. I love that. Now, I do want to ask this bonus question before I get to the next one, and that is, I know we talked about you not wanting to be at all involved in any of the projects that you do, but you talked about your pitching some plays, and you talked about maybe having a show off a play. Can you speak to any of that, like in depth, like what kind of show it is, what kind of TV shows you're doing, like anything? Can you speak to in depth at what you're doing as far as your recent projects that you got going on? Can you talk about them in depth?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
so the show that I have going on, it's, everything gets scheduled for very much in advance. So it's 2027, but I'm excited because it's like a nice run.
Mhm.
It show is called Smother, and it's about a mother who comes back to life to make sure her daughter gets married.
Wow. Okay. All right. Smother. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to look out for
Real
that.
Mother. Then I have another show on at the, hoping this, I mean, we're just finalizing the dates at the Circle and Star in Hampstead here. That's hopefully this year, and that's called Shiva at Wit's End, about two brothers. One wants to bury the father, and one wants to cremate the father.
Mhm.
And because he wants to cremate him because it's cheaper. So instead of getting the burial society to prepare the plot, they get contractors, but they don't measure the coffin properly. So now it's sort of hovering on top of the plot, and everybody's going bananas. So, and the rabbi that they got from Google
Mhm.
is they didn't realize he's a wannabe stand-up, so he's trying out his material, and everybody's going nuts. So
Wow.
that's another play. And then hopefully, like, all, I have so many other things. I have um, workshops coming up of the attic tagline, because a woman should know her place. And I always say that that's like if Little Shop of Horrors, Drowsy Chaperone, which I also love, by the way, Drowsy
Right.
Chaperone, and Virginia Woolf had a ménage à trois, it would be the attic. So it's like an absurdist, grotesque black comedy. So
I,
yeah,
I I love that last one that you mentioned. The attic, a woman should know her place. Now, if you say that line to most people, they're gonna be like, "What?" Now
that's the idea. That's
you
the
got to
idea.
come up. You got to tell me, how did you come up with the title of that, and what that is? What exactly is that going to entail about? Because it
So
sounds like a comedy when I
it's
read it.
yeah. But it is a comedy. It is. I
Right.
want it to be. It is a comedy, and people will be walking out of there singing and bopping and go, "Oh my God, that was a terrible story," because it's. Oh, how did it come about? It came about that I was actually doing another like lyricist course, and they did this imagination exercise where they made everyone close their eyes, and they
Okay.
go into attic. They like take you up through a house, and the house in your mind, and you go up to the attic, and what is in the attic? And some people were saying there were dead bodies, and some people were saying, swimsuits that they couldn't fit to anymore. And for me, there was a mad woman in my attic.
Hmm.
And I thought,
Okay.
ooh, that's really interesting. So my story is about a young woman writer who she's a gothic writer,
Okay.
and she's together with her toxic boyfriend, who she finds out is spying on her through their smart TV. So she leaves him and she gets an apartment, and she wants to get an apartment, but the real estate agent offers her a house for the same price as an apartment, on the caveat that she does not go in the attic. But she hears noises in the attic, and she does end up going up there, and she finds a woman from the 1920s, a flapper from the 1920s, who's still up there. And she says, "But how is that possible? It would make you over 100 and you look so good." She says, like, sunlight is ever so aging, and whatever, and I'm perfectly preserved. So, and then the woman starts to recreate her story, and she recognizes her relationship with her toxic boyfriend.
Right.
And yeah, but there's a lot of supernatural elements involved. It's very Brechtian, very breaking the fourth wall. There's a drinking game together with the audience.
Wow.
It's bonkers. It is totally bonkers.
You definitely need to let me know when that comes out, because
Oh,
I definitely will.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm starting to sense a trend here. So, because we went from the brothers arguing about their dad, whether it be cremated or whether or not. Then we went now to the girlfriend being cheated on, and then a supernatural and spirits, and then we also have talked about Smother, where the mother comes back to life. And then, but you also said that you like blood as well. Blood shattered against it. I'm like, I'm starting to sense a trend here. Like, you like
Not
violence and death and
really,
stuff like that. Where did that come from, Estee? Like, where did that mindset come from?
I don't know. I love Stephen King. I mean,
Okay, okay.
who
Enough
does?
said on that.
Who doesn't? I just finished writing a vampire play, which I'm in love with. And although my parents like don't get it at all, uh, so I love, that's the thing. I love all genres. I love horror. And one thing I love about Little Shop of Horrors is actually at the end, I don't know if you know it.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
So
I know it.
at the end, the world is really destroyed because these plants come out and they take it, and everyone's singing and dancing. Like everyone's dead and everyone's singing and dancing. I love that.
Uh,
It's fun.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to bust out in laughter. It's like, man, you are speaking so gleefully about death, and I'm like, man, that is
I know.
awesome.
I know. I know.
That's awesome though, to have that kind of passion and to really write something and create something from that. It is. I was just sensing a trend of, man, okay, blood, come back from death, supernatural, father dying, breakups, just a lot of just, ooh, oh man. But it's all good. That's all good. I
It's
was just paying,
good.
that means I'm paying attention, Esty. That means I'm paying attention to you. So
I
that means that.
appreciate that. You get points.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, we talked about advice you would give someone that wants to be in this industry. I want to know, what is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
And advice that they gave me was like I said before, work on your craft. Like keep working, but also to go back to the networking, put yourself out there. Let people know what's the use of having all this wonderful talent if you're not going to, use social media to get you some attention.
I
I
agree.
can't when people don't use it's free. Just use it.
Absolutely. I tell that to people all the time. I also substitute teach, by the way. So I
Oh,
sub teach. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I received my master's in professional writing this year, and I like to be able to tell kids who are interested in journalism, like, listen, try everything. Don't limit yourself. Don't put yourself in a Pandora's box. There's so many different roles out here and so many different agencies and teams and just jobs in general of journalism. But also understand that networking is key. Sometimes it's not just about what you have, it's also about who you know. Because there's a lot of people that have the same thing as you, as degrees and internships and experience. But the only way that you'll be able to differentiate yourself and separate yourself from yourself is to be able to network. And if you're willing to network and communicate with
and
people,
networking, as you know, is like a skill in itself.
no question. No question about that. And listen, I've always been a natural kind of talker, and I had to kind of get talked into this to do this podcast. And now I have over 400 plus episodes of this thing, and this thing
Which is
keeps rolling.
amazing. And I
Thank you.
love that you collect people and you collect stories, and it's so gratifying.
It is. It's very gratifying, and it's enlightening for me too, because I'm learning as well. I'm learning about different roles. I'm learning about different people's processes. It's also shaping sometimes the way that I think, because I love to learn about how people think about things, how people come up with solutions and stuff like that. But they also learn about me too. That's the beauty about networking. You just never know again who's going to impact your life in any type of way. So I love that kind of advice for sure. Um, we have came to the final. Go ahead.
Recognizing like the value in other people, even if they, even, I don't like when people look at, when they go to events and they look for the most important person in the room. Every single person in that room is important.
Without question.
With that, and
Without question.
and just being able to recognize the value in other people, I
Yeah, a
think is
lot of the times it's just getting started. People are just so afraid to go up to people and start a conversation. And me, naturally, I live by the mindset of hashtag DTBD, which people say, what does that mean? And that says dare to be different. You don't have to be the same as everybody else. You
love.
can do it your way. Do it the way that you most feel comfortable, but also understand that everybody that you talk to, SD, in life, doesn't matter if you know them or not, you're going to have something in common with them. Then you can build off a conversation with that. Now, as that doesn't say that the conversation will last long, but it does say you can build off something. Everybody in this planet, no matter what ethnicity or origin they are, you do have something in common with somebody, and you can build off of that.
Yeah, definitely. That's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we have reached the final question of the podcast, and it's really not a question. It's called rapid fire, and what it is it's different from this or that. Rapid fire is the first thing that comes to your mind instead of just choosing this or that. Okay, so the first thing that comes to your mind based upon these questions, you just shout it out with glee. No pun intended. Okay, so here we go. Juice or soda?
Juice.
Okay. Favorite Netflix TV show or television series?
Palm Royale.
Hmm. Okay, you might have to talk to me about that one. I don't know what that one is. Okay.
Carl Burnett.
Oh.
It's with Kristen Wiig, Carol Burnett, Ricky Martin, and
Mm.
Patty Malone.
I am a huge Carol Burnett fan. Definitely,
Me too.
definitely a huge. No question. No, no question. She's great. Favorite color?
Lavender.
Okay. Favorite sandwich?
Tuna.
Favorite board game?
Monopoly.
You know I'm a beast when I get bored walking Park Place, girl. I'll be tearing people up. I'll be tearing people up. Okay, here we go. Favorite card game?
A favorite card game? Snap?
What is that?
It just shows you how many years I haven't played cards. I haven't played cards in years.
I see that. You might have to send me something. I might have to Wikipedia that. I don't know what Snap is.
Yeah.
I feel it. Okay.
Okay.
Favorite alcoholic drink?
Oh, I'm still like living in the 80s, so I like pina colada in the blender.
Okay. All right. That's good. I'm a
Mm.
Hennessy guy myself. I like a little Hennessy. That's me. So I love that. If you had a choice to choose three people plus you, so a total of four, to go on vacation with, who would you choose and where would you go? Now, before you decide, Esty, you can choose family, friends, or celebrities.
Chris, I already told you I want to go by myself.
You did, you did, but wouldn't you want to take your family? Wouldn't you want to take maybe your husband, maybe your sons,
Well,
or maybe
I spend a lot of time with them.
that's
So,
true. That okay. So maybe you might want to take some friends, maybe some girlfriends, have a girls trip.
yeah, yeah. No, I did a girls' trip last year. It was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm
yeah.
saying, where would you go with your girls? If there was a place that you wanted to go, where would you want to go with them?
I don't know. I mean, where would I want to
Something
go?
somewhere tropical? Do you want to go somewhere like Antarctica? I mean, I've heard some
You
places.
know what? Tropical. Yeah, yeah.
Tropical? Okay, got you, got you. I'm with you on that. Listen, and listen, going by yourself is amazing. I do a lot of things by myself, so I'm telling you, it's amazing. No question about it. Okay, I love that. If you had a choice to choose between three artists or three songs that you can listen to on repeat and never get tired of, who are those three artists or three songs you would choose?
One would definitely be Mozart. There's
Mm,
I'm kind of music I could just well, I do listen to repeat. I just love it. It just brings me to another place.
okay,
Um, another artist that I could listen to. Well, I mean, I sort of listened to that album the whole time. Fame Becomes Me. So I don't know if that's something, but
okay,
I sort of love that.
okay.
And uh, I don't know. Oh my goodness, this is so difficult. Who else could I listen to like the whole time?
And
I don't
never
know.
get tired of.
And never get tired of. And never get tired of.
Hmm. Hmm.
And never
Maybe
get tired of.
never get tired of, Esty. Never get tired of. Maybe Whitney Houston, maybe Janet Jackson, maybe Prince.
Any of those. Yeah, I could live on that. I could live on
Okay.
that. I could be
Now,
good with that.
I want to ask you this. What is a musical that you know all the words to that you would basically sing loud and proud and lose your voice over?
Oh, I know all the music to Wicked. For sure, Fame Becomes Me. Um, yeah, those two.
If you're driving in the car and you're heading somewhere, or you're just spending some alone time with yourself, what is a song that comes on maybe the radio or a song that you have in your mind that you know the words to that you'll car sing?
Oh my God, but there's so many. Um, I mean, there's a lot. I don't know. I love that
What
song,
the first one that comes to your mind?
Blues Traveler.
Oh.
Uh, what's that? Oh, I love that one with I love it so much I completely forgot what it's called.
Why you
But
wanna give me the run around? Is that the one? Okay,
run
okay, okay.
around.
Got you, got you. I know. Listen, I told you, I know a large stream of
Yeah,
artists now. I'm pretty good with this. That's I'm pretty good. Um, what is
and I
and this
love
one
that line in it where when the waitress comes, you will order and always be full. I love that.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay, what is three U.S. cities that you would
Yeah.
like to visit that you haven't been to yet?
I've never, believe it or not, never been to Las Vegas.
You need to go. There's no question. Definitely go to Vegas. That's
I
one.
have to go to Vegas. I have to go to Vegas. I've never been to Austin, Texas.
That's definitely another spot you'd like to go. They got a
And
great
never
film
been
festival.
to well,
You never been to Tampa? You said.
Nashville. Tampa was Tampa, of course, for example, but Nashville.
Got you. Well, you do know they call Nashville Nash Vegas, which listen, if you're huge into music, Nashville is the place to go. It's a great party scene. I know that pretty good because I graduated college in the South, which was Atlanta, Georgia. So I was only 3.5 hours away from Nashville. So that's a great time. Las Vegas, I go there pretty much every year for summer league. It's hot as hell down there in the summertime. So if you like heat in the summer, that's your place to go. But Las Vegas, how can you go wrong with that? And then obviously Austin, Texas is also a very hot place, but that's also very music like as well. They have a great festival where they put on for multiple days of just big time artists that go there. So you picked three really good cities. I love that.
Thank
Um,
you.
is there a sport that you would play that you would absolutely dominate in? If you actively played it, you would dominate and be really good.
I used to be good at baseball. Like I was really good at baseball.
Okay, I like that. Now let's do the opposite of that. What is the sport that you would play now that you would absolutely suck in? You would not be good.
Now, every single sport. There isn't a sport I do well. No,
Okay.
none, zero.
I
Yeah,
feel it.
especially volleyball. I think if someone threw a ball at me now, like at
Right.
my stage of life, I duck.
Well,
I don't
Estee, it
think
looks like you
I
got
don't
some height to you, though. It looks like that you're
I'd be
pretty
like
tall.
what?
It looks like you're pretty tall. You got some height
Oh my
to you,
God,
though.
I'm like 5 foot nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, I take that back. Well, you would be a great setter for volleyball for sure. I'm thinking that you was like 5'8", 5'9", around that time.
Nah, I'm like 5'3".
I got you. I understand, and that's okay. That's all. I'm listen. I'm not super tall either. I'm 6 feet, so I'm not super tall. So I get that.
That's to me, to
Oh,
me, you're
well,
like that. You're like
yeah, yeah. But
like
everybody's probably
world of the forest to me.
right. This is true. This is true. Okay. Last of the rapid fire. If someone came to you and they said, SD, you do a great job of playwriting, and you are absolutely terrific, which you really are, in a plethora of ways, in my opinion.
Thank
But we
you.
want you to focus on one genre of writing for the rest of your career. Out of these three genres, which genre would you choose? Would you choose action, comedy, or horror?
Comedy.
I got you. I got you. Okay. And listen, that is a dope answer. And this has been a dope conversation, SD, of learning about your why of getting into writing, getting into plays, TV shows, the fact that you've been in London for 30 plus years, the fact that you're getting your PhD from Goldsmith, got a master's from Goldsmith, and you also got your undergrad, obviously, as well. But also just learn about the different shows that you got your hand in right now, learning that you are a big time musical theater buff like myself, I mean, obviously, like I said, you're absolutely lovely. I don't think I'm breaking news by saying that. I think anybody that knows you would say the
Thank
same
you.
thing for
Thank you
sure.
so much. Well,
Um,
likewise, you're lovely.
Thank you so much, Esty. I want to say thank you for allocating your time to me once again to be on my podcast. And my final question to you is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, the industry, or anything at all before we conclude?
Nothing about myself and about my industry. Just keep going to shows, keep supporting theater. I think that's really important.
Absolutely, it is. I want you to enjoy your evening out there, which is evening
Thank
time out
you.
there. And then
You can
obviously,
see how you can see that when we started, it wasn't so. What look at it's like pitch dark now.
yes, it is. And it's morning time over here. I thank you so much for rocking with me on this
Thank
Sunday.
you.
And I want you to have a wonderful day. You and I will definitely stay in touch and we will talk very soon.
I look forward.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for having me.